Let's go, bro.
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Pistons passing it around. The shot by Ivy, no good. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision-making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good on the triple. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Duran a screen. Cunningham for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, Cade asking the defense to come out. You've got to respect his ability to shoot it from the three-point line.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now here's Schroeder. The kick out to Cunningham. Driving in. And Duran slams it in.
Cunningham finding the open man there.
Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Adebayo not allowing the defense to slow him down.
Cunningham outside. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Wiggins. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Wiggins at his size has the ability to post like that and take it to the rack.
You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big One, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with. Okay, guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, at 6'8", 250, Isaiah Stewart, that's a lot of man to handle.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. It's the second from the line. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
And Detroit has possession. Following the score by Miami. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Stewart's got 5.
And Stewart just preparing himself ahead of the catch to be in rhythm for that jumper.
Beasley with the steal. Here's Hardaway. Jaquez with the rebound.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Excellent D there from Beasley. And now the Pistons fast break. Hardaway for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Mitchell outside. To the middle. Here's Ware. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Schroeder. On the wing, Hardaway. Bangs home the trifecta.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
And boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a long bomb. Good luck catching that thing clean.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
To the paint. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. Here's Anderson. Jaquez outside. 4 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off.
Shot clock violation.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, you don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Double team on Adebayo. Love wide open. He fires. From outside, off the mark. Pistons leading by 11. Hardaway, no good. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. It's a pick by Love. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Schroeder. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And the dunk by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Dunn right side. Back to Harden. And Pritchard pulls it down. Harden gets the bucket.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Here's Pritchard. Right wing. Here's Shireman. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Here's Pritchard. Over Harden. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Boston now. Here's Shireman. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Takes the 13-footer, and that's good for 2. Harden's got 6 points.
This is just where James Harden's decision-making, his ability to read the floor. You want to concede the mid-range? He's going to say no problem.
Here's Pritchard. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3. Pass to Dunn. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Leonard. 9 feet out. And good. You got the English that time as it falls.
Some contact there, but Leonard with the strength and focus to finish the play.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Dunn misses. Boston trailing. .104 left here in the opening quarter. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Wow, James Harden putting a little sauce in the finish. Nicely done.
Here's Shireman. Here's Hauser. Down low. Here's Tillman. And good off the lead pass that time.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Guarded by Simmons. From deep three-point land. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 1. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Tatum's shot is off. The Clippers trail. Right side, Bogdanovich. That one doesn't go. Holiday with the defensive effort. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Basket counts.
Showing off his inside game, Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Now here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. There's the three. Tatum from 3. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Zubac's with it. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Pass to Jones. Back to Dunn. Over Holiday. Rebound, Boston. Outside, Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it'd probably be the three-point shot. That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. They could use a bucket, and the layup is good.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Here's Porzingis. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Harden outside. Over Holiday. Harden, no good. From deep. And Drew Holiday with the three. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Make him quit.
Getting it done on both ends.
Make
and
that
it shows
boy
up
quit.
in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Make that boy quit.
And stolen by Dunn. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Boston on top, up 19. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The bench players.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Celtics leading by 19. Doris recently the...
Oh, you gonna quit now? Oh my God. None of these guys are finishing the game. They just quit. Stop quitting, guys. Warriors, Warriors. Come on, Loons.
We'll see the Golden State Warriors taking on the Boston Celtics.
You
Brian
lack the
Anderson here
experience
with
to
Bill
beat
Grant
me,
Hill
bro.
and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. It'll be the Warriors off the tip. Right wing. To the inside. Curry. Boston pulls it in.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Kick out to Brown. Over Curry. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Tatum.
You don't have the experience, bro.
Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Well, with all the battles past, Grant, definitely some history between these two teams.
Oh, BA, this is high level. You talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
Now here's Moody. Back to Green. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
To the middle. Releases. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Not exactly what coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Here's Curry.
Should have passed that.
Misses off the right iron. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. And there's the screen.
Pickpocket.
Outside Holiday. The kick to Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
Curry goes in. Pass to Moody.
Corner.
From behind the arc. Hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Butler into the lane. Some solid defense from Holiday.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to White. Plenty of space.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Inside. And
Fake,
Looney with
fake.
the slam.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Now here's Brown. No points yet. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Kevon Looney picks one up.
Trash.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Finished off the break.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Too close. Horford.
Down low.
Close
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
They get the rebound. Pritchard gets it to go.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Brown with the steal. Oh, they get a hand on it. Hield.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Oh my God.
How you finish a quarter. Wow. You play to the buzzer. You never know what's going to happen.
Did you do that?
As crazy as that shot was, you could almost feel it was going in.
Oh my God, bro.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Now here's Kuminga. Hield with room to shoot. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Yep, that one's good.
Now, what hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Boston leading by 11. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Kuminga. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
And there's a defensive 3-second call. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
5 on the clock. Late pause. The Celtics got to hurry here.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. Shoots over Horford. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. Celtics lead by 10. Tatum with it. Give him 8. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Here's Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
And the three-pointer goes.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Tatum. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Pritchard's got 5 now.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Curry's shot is off. Boston leading by 13. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed
10
with.
for halftime.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
An outstanding defender. Butler uses his size and length well to swat shots.
That. Oh, that.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Down low. Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Back to Holiday. Outside, Brown. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 10. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
And a deep three from Curry. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 12. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics lead by 12. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
A multi-talented swingman, Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
Celtics lead by 15. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul. Now Tatum. He's got 16. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to White. Outside Porzingis. Over Looney. Porzingis misses.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Outside for Butler. Back to Hield. Good work defensively by White. Tatum with it. And it's Hield picking him up. Jacks up with 3. And it's Tatum missing. Warriors trail by 15. From deep. And Hield, good for 3. Hield's got 5.
Elite from three-point land. Buddy Hield, whenever he lets it fly, you think it's going in.
Outside Holiday. White on the wing. The 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Back to Curry. The 3. They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Hield. Outside Curry. Inside. And it's hammered home by Green.
This is the energy that Green provides. Just flat out refuses to give up on any play.
And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they're just one foul now away from the penalty.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 16. Pass to Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up.
Boy.
Again, the miss by Boston. Warriors trail by 10. Curry looking it over. Now here's Green. Hield from outside. Second shot opportunity. Outside Butler. Back to Jackson Davis. Shoots over Brown. A clear look for Green.
Violation.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Boston making a switch here. Celtics lead by 10. Outside, Brown. Over Curry. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Brown's got 6.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Here's Green. Hield from outside. On target from range. Hield's got 6 in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Curry drives. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead. Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Pass to Curry. Right side, Butler. Butler, unfazed.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Oh, yes.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection, right? And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And here is Green. Oh, look at Draymond flexing with that finish.
Good luck against Green inside. Even when you throw contact at him, he just fights twice as hard.
Pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. Now Tatum. Butler covering. Takes the three. Back to Tatum. 4 on the clock. Over Butler. The Warriors pull it in.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Back to Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Here's Hield. Again, Golden State.
This man sees everything on
Give
the
me
court.
that.
Curry just dropping dimes out there.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Splash, buddy.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Tatum. Tatum like a freight train coming. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Tatum's become very good at finding high percentage shots, driving hard, not just settling for jumpers.
Outside heel. Pass to Looney. The kick out, Curry. Takes a three. Second chance effort. And the basket by Looney.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
No question, it's a big impact play. Credit to him for working hard to find that opportunity.
Right side, Porzingis. Outside, White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And he comes up with a bucket.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. 6-point game. Pass to Looney. Fires the three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now Holiday. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
Warriors trail by 8. To the middle. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Here's White. The layup off target. Golden State with the ball. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best, rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
Here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. To the paint. Here's White. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Outside Moody. Outside Butler. Looney, the screen. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Selfless play by Butler, using the pick and roll to move the defense and get his guy a good look.
It's Brown on the wing. The ball's not
Doing
loose.
too much, bro.
And stolen by Green. Outside heel. Here's Green. Outside Moody. Back to Green. No good with a layup. And an intentional foul right there. Boston on offense. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
Butler with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. There's a screen. The drive by Butler. Out to Hield. Launches a three. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
This is why you turn to Hield. What a huge moment for him there.
And so they foul intentionally.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much did it.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
So we see that they didn't make it easy. along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. So the Bucks win the tip. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
An easy two on the layup. Antetokounmpo has gotten his second bucket of the game.
And I like that Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
The three from Curry. Connects from downtown.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Looney. Again, Milwaukee.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
Outside Curry. Green, a screen. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Green. Pass to Looney. Green, a screen. The three from Curry. Curry with another miss. Antetokounmpo with it. Green picks him up. Antetokounmpo outside. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Name a place where Damian Lillard can't score. I guarantee you it's not the corner.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So both teams making some changes here. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Looney, the screen. To halt the run. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 6 points.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that three off. Beautiful shot.
Warriors trail by 5. All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me, I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
I don't know what you do with Steph in the pick-and-roll situation like that. He capitalizes because of the separation, and it doesn't have to be much.
Here's Lopez. Misses the layup.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Green, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Lets the three fly. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee leading by 3. Knocked loose. And stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Warriors. There's a screen. Outside Curry. Oh, Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Pass to Lillard. Off target from three-point range. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Curry. Down low. Here's Looney. Outside for Green. Outside heel. Shot clock at 6. Green with the ball. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks ahead, up 3, and back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Milwaukee leading by 3. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
To the inside. Looney. The shake. Healed for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Outside heel. The 3 is up. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Curry rises up and hits the 3.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Let's go,
So
Bo.
both teams changing it up here. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to drop. Green with the defensive effort. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. It's a three-point game. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you.
And the basket by Curry.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Antetokounmpo with it. Now guarded by Moody. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Yeah, they really need to double team him.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Count it.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, with the Bucs switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Now the burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Moody. Takes the three. He drops it from range. It's all knotted up.
That's pretty much not how they will defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Green for three. Rebounded by Trent. Here's Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc, but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
Pass to post. There's the three. Milwaukee leading by 3. It's stolen by Curry. Hield with the ball. Back to Green. Here's Hield. Left side Curry. Just 5 to shoot. They set a pick. The three. Rebounded by the Bucs. There's 21 seconds left in the second period. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Outside Hield. Outside Curry. Pass to post. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be right back. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Warriors trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. Green able to hit from 3.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Kuminga with it. Defended by Kuzma. Kuminga's shot is off. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. The lead is 2. Knocks down the triple.
And Portis attacking with some confidence. That's in his range.
Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. And Curry with the answer 3.
On another level, Curry is totally ready to duel this one out from the three-point line.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Moody from outside. Goes back up. Oh, look at Looney finding space inside.
Kind of a simple job for Looney out there, but he's willing to do it. Gets into the middle and fights for that ball.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line, Brent.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense, where he's very strong at attacking the rim. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Outside Moody. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, "I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating." Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. Butler. Outside Moody. For the lead. Drills it from deep. Moody's got 6 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively. Well, you got to like his choice right there to go hard to the rack. Took it right at the teeth of the defense.
Inside. Outside Payton. Outside Moody. From deep. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Warriors trail by 4. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Payton with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Outside Moody. Prince grabs the miss. Milwaukee leading by 4. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Trent. Lillard, the open look. And the Bucks miss again. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's Moody. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Milwaukee in the lead. Giannis to the cup. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 32 points.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Sinks it from distance. And the Bucks lead by 11.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Outside Moody. Pass to Curry. Outside for Green. 4-3. Giannis with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 10. And the foul called on Draymond Green.
Timeout, timeout.
That's his first foul of the game. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And Lopez gets it to go.
Just so smooth inside. Lopez, a gifted finisher as a big.
Jackson Davis a screen. Curry with it. And Lopez picks him up. Here's Jackson Davis. And he dunks it down.
So much attention on Steph that really opens up the floor.
Trent. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now here's Green. Outside Moody. Back to Green. Pass to Moody. Outside Green. Knocks it down from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Trent from long range. Here's trail by 7. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. Right side Moody. From the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Porter. And another miss by Milwaukee. 1:41 left in the final quarter. They double team Curry. Back to Moody. Curry with it. Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Antetokounmpo. Jackson Davis misses. And it's Trace Jackson Davis with a foul. That's his first foul. The Bucks leading by 7. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Lillard. To end the cold spell. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc, and the results have been outstanding.
Jackson Davis, a screen. Puts up a deep three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good. And it's an 8-point ball game. And the Warriors with possession. Outside Moody. And here's Curry for three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Lillard outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lillard. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. So we see the Bucks get the win here.
Wait until I win with my squad.
Welcome to Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in an interconference game.
Here we go.
Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And two. Shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Down low. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
It's Thompson off the drive.
rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Pass to Giannis. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, give credit to Lillard there. Outstanding work of recognizing the defense over committing.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. Misses the three. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Inside. Now Whitmore after the missed three from Bobby Portis.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Şengün. Giannis right side. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, Green can really move. He gets going downhill and slips right by the contact.
Now here's Lillard. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Taste of your own medicine, boy.
Not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Şengün with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's Thompson. Outside, Green. Another miss by Houston. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Portis. Takes a three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Green draws the double. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot up. And it's Whitmore missing. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Pass to Eason. Good on the triple. Eason's got 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. To the paint. There's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA.
Quit now, bro. Quit now, bro. Yeah. YBK again? I've beaten you already, bro. Oh, sheesh. I was pretty sure you were going to pick Boston again. But I'm going to beat you with my Warriors. Again, bro. Again and again. Doop, 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 doop. Buckets. Come on, bro. He just muted me.
I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. So Golden State will get the first possession. Looney with the ball. Pass to Curry. Over Jokic. Here's Looney. Out to Hield. Curry looking it over. Here's Looney. And Looney with the slam.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Gordon. Puts the move on. And he sinks the layup. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things. You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
The drive by Murray. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Using that huge body down low, Jokic racking up some hustle points.
And that one's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Murray, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
They get it again. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Yes, on the jumper.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Whatever this team needs from Jokic, he seems to provide it because he works so hard. Whether it's points, passing, rebounding, improved defensively, love his determination.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Fast break, here come the Nuggets. Here's Brown. Rebounded by Hield. The Warriors leading. And Looney with the slam.
Delicious dime from Curry there. One of the reasons his teammates love playing with him.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Looney, the screen. Pass to Hield. Now here's Curry. Over Murray. That's short off the rim.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Screen by Gordon. And stolen by Green. Up the floor. Here's Curry. Off with the layup. The Nuggets trail. Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, BA, you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work. Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Now here's Murray. Still no points. And Gordon with the big finish.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Back to Looney. Pass to Curry. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Here's Westbrook. With the crossover. Can't hit that one. It's all tied in Denver. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they can win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
To the paint. Now here's Kuminga.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Westbrook. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
Butler challenges the opposing team everywhere on the court. Never afraid of any situation. He'll battle you down low.
Pass to Chanchar. Jordan, the screen. Moving it up. Here's Jackson Davis. Finished off the break. Jackson Davis has got his first 2 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Now here's Butler. Outside Podziemski. 6 to shoot. Oh, Kuminga! Tops for days.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
So it's Denver now. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's Westbrook. The three. And again, it's Denver missing. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. Jackson Davis with it. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Nuggets trail by 6. And here's Watson to stop the drought. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Inside. It's Podziemski on the wing. Back to Kuminga. Shoots over Westbrook. Yep, that one goes. Kuminga's got 6 in the quarter.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Strother. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Kuminga. There's 49 seconds left in the half. And here's Podziemski. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Nuggets trail by 5. Screen by Gordon. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Kuminga. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon with a steal. Pass to Jokic. Yep, count it. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior lead.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Kuminga. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Warriors on top, leading by a point. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Denver. They trail by 1. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. For the lead, Looney grabs a miss.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Green showing you some real attitude on that throwdown.
Here's Murray. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for a shot.
And here's Curry for 3. It doesn't go for him. And Gordon has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 1-point game. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
Pass to Hield. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looney. Jokic grabs the board. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. Hield on the wing. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Outside Porter. They kick it out to Murray. Here's Gordon. From 7. And again, it's Denver converting.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
Pass to Curry. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And can't forget where Green is in transition because he keeps himself ready to score in these situations.
You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, B.A. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that in spades. He can get it done from any direction he needs to, going right, going left off the catch. He can dribble into the 3 on occasion. That shot he's got is pure.
Gordon with a steal. Here's Murray. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Murray's got 6 here in the quarter.
A top passer at his position, Jokic is consistent at moving the ball.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Here's Murray to the middle. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Back to Curry. Here's the pick. Outside Moody. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Looney. Denver grabs the miss. 58 seconds left in the third. The drive by Porter. Count it. Porter's got his first bucket in this one.
Porter Jr. getting flashy. Check him out. Using a tricky dribble to get the best of the defender there.
And the basket by Curry.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
To the inside. It's stolen by Green. Left side Curry. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Looney. Pass to Curry. Curry creates inside.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Murray for 3. Connects from downtown. Murray's got 9. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Curry. To the paint. Here's Hield. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Westbrook. Looney grabs a miss. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Knocked away. They're running. Here's Westbrook. And he lays it in. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Pass to Looney. Back to Curry. 4 on the clock. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Curry really runs the offense well. Knows exactly the time to either shoot it or give it up to his teammates.
Joncar's shot is off.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
And, you know, that time Westbrook showing you just how effective he is on both ends. I love his hustle and energy and relentlessness on the court.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Back to Hield. Here's the 3. Goes back up. Here's Looney. And there's a 3-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Nuggets want a timeout. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. This might be a close late game, but don't tell coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. Shot clock at 6. And here's Curry for 3. And it's Denver with a rebound. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jokic the screen. Inside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Timeout. When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Butler with the ball. Now Porter defending. On the wing, Curry. Curry takes it in. An easy 2 on the layup.
Curry is a guy you can trust to get it done when it needs to be done.
Out left to the wing. Here's Brown. And another 3 for Denver.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Curry. Offensive rebound. Looney. Misses the baby hook.
Fantastic defensive instincts, encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
And Gordon with the big finish.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
The 3 from Curry. Sinks the tray. Curry's got 19 points.
You see why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the rock and let him make a play.
Pass to Jokic. Just 3 to shoot. Looney grabs a miss. And so it's Golden State with it. Now here's Butler. Oh, Butler getting aggressive.
And Butler not afraid of having the ball in his hands in these big moments. He's the guy that you can count on to get it done in the clutch.
Screen by Gordon. Here's Murray. Green with the defensive effort. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Murray scanning the floor. They could win it. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. Now Curry. Pass to Butler. To take the lead. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Brown. Moody defends. Jokic with it. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Gordon. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
And we've played just over a minute here in overtime. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go on Michael Porter.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So he comes up empty, missing both. The Nuggets lead by 4. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. To the middle. Jokic, no good. And here are the Warriors now. Outside Butler. Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
The ball handling of Steph is sometimes undervalued. I mean, he's much more than a shooter. This guy has mad skills as a handler.
Oh, Green with a block. Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. Green with the ball. Back to Curry. To take the lead. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Here's Brown. Takes it inside. Oh, he nails it! Curry goes in. He connects!
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
And here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Money!
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
The Nuggets want a timeout. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
This is what it comes down to. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Off the inbound pass. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here.
Yeah, boy.
They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce.